Hello one and all, welcome to part 1 of my road and ski trip to the French Alps in the Volvo XC90 D5 Inscription Pro. So now the car is started up on the road and we are making some distance. I would like to say for those of you who are here for the French Alps section of the video, please skip to 6 minutes 40 and enjoy. So if you're still here, that means you're looking forward to the road trip. However, I must warn you, things are going to get a bit geeky as I tell you some information about the 2017 Volvo XC90 D5 Inscription Pro. So let's begin. The XC90 D5 has a 2-litre twin-turbocharged diesel 4-cylinder producing 235 brake horsepower and 480 Nm of torque via an 8-speed automatic gearbox and 4-wheel drive system. It has a claimed 0 to 62 mph time of 7.8 seconds, and if you push it even further, it will achieve 137 mph. It has a braking distance of 36 metres from 62 mph. The car we are travelling in today has the optioned air suspension, so it has a delightful riding comfort and a ground clearance of 267mm in off-road mode, but for the roads without snow, dynamic mode lowers the car and tweaks the throttle response to unlock a sportier driving experience. So with all of that in mind, I think it is a well-suited car for the snowy French Alps. So now the Geek Fest is over and it's getting late, it's time to pull over here at Cobham Services to get some dinner. So after that well-earned KFC break and Egyptian nougat for dessert, we are now queuing at the Eurotunnel check-in, and this is going to take a while. But hey, no worries, there's a GLS 63 AMG in the queue with us. Now we've made it through, here's the terminal. I don't think we're going to stop for a break as we want to get on quickly. Here we are in the queue with some pretty cool cars, now driving on to the Eurotunnel to make our way across to Calais. So while we're here, I think I should let you know what the plan is. When we arrive in Calais, we are going to drive to the hotel, get some sleep, and then in the morning we will rise early to get breakfast at the hotel. Then we're going to hop back in the car, and we're going to drive all the way to the Alps in one leg. And it's quite a long journey, but it's worth it for what's at the end. So the reason we use the tunnel over the ferry nowadays is because it's an hour faster. Rather than taking an hour and a half, it only takes half an hour. And when we started using the tunnel again in 2022 after, well, you know what, we found it to be a lot bumpier. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but let me know in the comments if you also experienced that. And now we're in France, 1 hour ahead of English time. It is now 11 PM and we are heading over to the hotel to get ourselves in bed. However, there is one important thing we must do first. Get there and have a drink. And now we're pulling up at the B&B Hotel next to Mini and BMW in Calais. We are wandering in, taking a look at the restaurant and ordering ourselves a drink. And of course, the traditional Orangina pour, which I will be doing for every Orangina I have throughout this journey. So we've never stayed at B&B Hotel before, so I don't really know what to expect for the rooms. At first glance, they're alright. The floor is an unusual pattern. The beds are reasonably comfortable and definitely better than a Premier Inn back in the UK. The room is nice with all the lights on. Looks nice, pretty simple. Drinks available, nice bathroom, and we can see the car from the window. Bon matin, everybody. The breakfast buffet looks great and these 3 pastries were a great start to the day. Let's get in the car and head out onto the road. Now hopping onto the French auto route, it is early and dark and the car is very cold. But it was quite cool to see this AMG Petronas F1 lorry. I wonder what was inside. If you know, let me know down below. now pulling off the French auto route to get some diesel as the car is running low. It can achieve near 50 miles to the gallon on a run. We're going to be staying off the motorway for a good while as there is a lot of traffic and we don't want to be stuck, so we're going to go take a glide through the French countryside. And while we're at it, I think we should go through the specification of our XC90. This car is in the maple brown metallic paint, which is possibly the rarest colour selected for this generation of XC90. Not only does it have a rare exterior colour, the interior is fully optioned with cream and black leather as well as wood trim. Not only does it have a great looking interior, it also has the Bowers & Wilkins sound system, which is the highest level Volvo offered. It has the panoramic glass sunroof and self-drive for on the motorways or the French auto routes. However, my favourite aspect of the specification of our car is the seats. They are truly special. In the front you have heating, cooling and massage settings which are superb, and in the rear you have heated seats and a fold down armrest with cup holders. However, another great feature of the rear is the sun blinds. They pop up just on the side window and they block out a reasonable amount of sunlight and they make all the difference. I don't think I can say much else about the XC90 other than the fact it speaks for itself. It's a refined, luxurious and understated SUV. So now we are passing through the tunnels into Chamonix Mont Blanc and we are travelling further up the valley to Argentière, where we will be residing for the next week. But for now, it's time to say good night. Well, good morning everybody. Welcome to the Alps. It's nice and snowy, very cold, but not cold enough to stop me from wearing my shorts. We are now walking out to the car to grab my skis, and we're going to head to the rental to get me some boots and my brother some skis and boots. Now, let's get some breakfast. After a delicious breakfast at the bakery, we are now heading up to La Tour for a lovely day skiing in the sun. Now, day one skiing. It was great. However, I must tell the truth. On my first run, I fell twice, only to later find out that my bindings were loose. So it is beginning to get cold now, and I think it's time to pop over to La Rencard for a drink to finish off the day. And you know what? Day one couldn't have been better. Traditional Orangina pour and a nice cool evening outside. So after a fabulous first day skiing at La Tour and then an evening at La Rencard for a drink, it is time to call day one to an end. Good night everybody, see you in the morning. Well, good morning everybody. I don't have much footage for day two, but let's start off at Flagey. The weather is great, the sun's out and there's very few clouds in the sky. The snow's pretty good and the queues are an absolute nightmare. But finally making it to the restaurant just to grab a drink, and believe it or not, this Orangina was about €7, so not cheap. So we bought our own lunch, so it was a little bit cheaper than having food at the restaurant. The snow is great at the very top of Brabant here, but it's time to bring the day to a close, heading over to the office bar, a different place today, but further up the village. So here we are at the office to end our evening on a positive note after a fantastic day. Skiing at Brabant and Flagey really started day two off great, and then we headed to the office bar in the evening for a drink and some food. Coffee was alright, but the food was perfect. Good night, everybody. And good morning once again. Today is day 3 and I'm heading to the bakery for breakfast on my own. This hot dog was fantastic. And now I'm just taking a little stroll at the top of Argentière, enjoying the nice cool morning weather before the sun comes out. Just following the river down the village, and it's time to get back to the apartment to get ready to go to La Tour. So we are now in the gondola and the rest of this video is going to be skiing. I really hope you all enjoy. Let's get to it. So, first off, apologies that I don't have a proper filming setup. I'm just holding my phone. However, I'm just going to take it gently. Take a nice, gentle ride down. Oh, apologies for the wind. poles in one hand, so I can't actually ski as I would normally, but should be fun. So let's head down here. Haven't been down this way for a little while, so it should be fun. Let's just send it down here. So I'm actually having a bit of trouble with my knees today, so I'm not going to be pushing it too hard. But the way I am going down here is down the bottom. So yeah, so this will be in part 1 of the week's video. So it's going to be a two-parter. So take this corner sharp, straight around, lovely. Like that. Smooth. So this is the bottom of the red run, so I'm going to keep wide out of the way. Queues are horrible, but I guess it is what it is, isn't it? So I've got a MagSafe power bank on the back of my phone, so it's charging nicely. But yeah, see you guys in a bit. It's my dad and my brother. We're going to head off for lunch. Not too sure where we're going. Should be coming down there. Hopefully they'll be here soon. Okay, I'm just going to walk over here. Ready for plenty of skiing to come. 3 more days after skiing, so I think this is the halfway point of the week, Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday will be in part 2. So yeah, catch you guys later. So that brings us to the end of day 3 and the end of part 1 of this trip. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss part 2. I'll see you next time.